Good evening, YouTube. It's Random Robin, and today we're going to be continuing with Doki Doki. Now, as you can see by this monstrosity, some bad things happened. So, last time we played the game, Sayuri, I'm still not 100% okay with it, but Sayuri unfortunately hung herself. Yeah. So that was something to experience. So now for some reason the game is like pretending she stopped existing and everything. Like it's pretending it's a whole new thing. Like, so I have to start a whole new playthrough, I guess. But it's like as if Sayuri was never around. So that's gonna be something. I guess I'll go ahead and dive in there. So I don't know if anyone notices, but I put a little Sayuri somewhere in this general area as a kind of like, I'll miss her. Alright, so here we go. I hope everyone's doing okay tonight during this 2020 times. And let's just dive right in. Okay. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. See, that's not true. But my character seems to have gained some kind of amnesia when Sayuri got deleted, apparently. So, I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Sounds good to me. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Well, that's not true. Anime is for all people. Like, the school day is the school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them are probably way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Robin? Oh, well, this game, man. Monica just phased in as some kind of weird pixelated monster. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. It's like it's reintroducing me to her as if nothing happened last time. But okay. This demon here. I'm knowing something's up with her. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, yeah, insane. Although not gonna lie, Monica is cute, but no. Scary. What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. Pardon me. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics, I don't know why I said politics, around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, Man. I cannot talk tonight. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Uh-oh. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, yeah, she's not wrong. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Robin, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. I have plenty of reasons to refuse, but I assume I don't get that choice. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? I could think of a few ways. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Oh, awesome. You're really sweet, Robin. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Yet, nope. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Bad choice, man. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year class activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Hey, Yuri. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Yeah, you little pink-haired monster. This may be some kind of weird alternate universe where Sayuri is not around, but I guarantee I will still have all the hate for you. But anyway, welcome to the club, Robin. All words escape me in this situation. This club, it's full of incredibly cute girls. There's at least two. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Oh, I recognize her. I recognize this little pink-haired demon. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yeah. Don't worry, Yuri. No matter how many universes we got, I got you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Robin in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Robin? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. Yay. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Yeah, whatever, Natsuki. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before sitting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Well, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Don't worry, Yuri. We'll try and keep that cute smile on your face. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Robin, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it quiet. Yeah, you stay quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Sorry. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. So we're basically getting the same intro, but minus Sayuri's energy. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is quite impressive. Oh man. Sorry folks, I'm a little worn out from today. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Speaking of horror, I am currently doing my 31 days of Halloween, so expect a scary video game at some point tonight. I read a horror book once. I don't know if I mentioned it, but in reality I read a few horror books. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Aha, I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Well, no one's a fan of you either, Natsuki. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting, sorry. It looked like you were working on a poem called, don't say it out loud, and give that back, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Oh, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. No. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, sorry. Let's see. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Robin? Wait. Yeah, hold on, guys. See, I come from a different universe where there's a character called Sayuri, and she ain't here right now, so that's a problem for me. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, no. The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Robin. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Oh boy. Oh man. I'm defenseless against these 3 girls. Man. There was a 4th one before. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Alright. Okay, I've decided. I'll join the literature club. Oh, this is a mistake. Who's getting deleted next, I wonder? One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Robin? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be pretty pissed. Natsuki, go crawl in a corner somewhere. Robin, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? You knew what was coming for Sayuri, you demon. Thanks, I guess. Yuri's the only one I can trust. Okay, everyone. I think that with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Robin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. There you go. I don't know why that sounded weird to me. Okay. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. She seems way too excited. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. That's the plan. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, so we all know how this works. I've unlocked a special poem. Would I like to read it? Sure. Well, that's clearly Monica all jumbled up in a weird pixelated mess. But there's nothing to look at. No words. Alright. I bet this one. So now we just gotta make another epic Yuri chance. This one. Yep. Thankfully, I know how Yuri works. Don't mind me, I'm just... Oh man. Like I said, I know Yuri likes bigger words. Yep. This one probably. Judgment, probably. This music is actually something really to get into. I've almost got a full Yuri going here. This one, like I said, I know she likes the complicated words, so that helps. It's still very weird not having Sayuri right here. Like, I technically have her over here, but you know what I mean. I'm assuming pain. Oh wow, that was a perfect Yuri run. Alright. Hi again, Robin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Wow, I cannot talk tonight. I'm sorry, people. I might have chosen the wrong game for tonight. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your Yuri? Thanks for... yeah, no problem. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? I knew it, she's a little demon. Bat goblin. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You're ready to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What? Wait a minute. She's like... she's like over the thing. I can't read what that's saying. Natsuki certainly... Wait, no. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Monica? Okay, there she goes. Natsuki finds herself between saying... sorry. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying... I'm hearing changes in the music randomly, too. This is terrifying. Is Yuri randomly bigger? Or is he just zoomed in more? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Yeah, get away from me. I'm sorry, Robin. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it don't feel as right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that. Calm down, Yuri. I want to try and be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And, you know... What? Oh, whoops. See, I'm hearing the music do weird little skips here and there, and that's bothering me. Discuss if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? So I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff, but I'm guessing stuff's gonna really explode on me at some point. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Oh, man. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Whoopsie. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I'm under the sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. Whoops. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. You know, because I definitely didn't want to, hop on that book reading with you. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. God, see, she's so cute. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Cool. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting out their limbs and affixing them to... Why does this book feel scarier than the first time? That might be a little bit of a spoiler, but anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You're gonna sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Robin? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. I think she's ready to murder people. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of challenges that you look to at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants it to be evil. This game. This game is something else. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless enemies, then suddenly, what? That was strange. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts... Whoa, what? I did not hit skip on that. What was that? Can I history that? Hang on. Yeah, let's see. History. So, no, that just straight up went on a whole thing there. Okay. That's scary. That's, whew! I don't know what's happening there, but I am scared. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Believe me, I wish I had any part in what you were saying right there. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Bad things are about to happen. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Stop it. Stop. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... Aha! I've discovered some parallel dimensions. What are you saying? Let me just get to the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with somebody. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just, what? I can't read that fast enough is the problem, and I know it's something that would absolutely horrify me. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. This is a familiar scene. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Yeah. Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient, if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. So, yeah. Between, the would-be tiredness from work today and, the scary stuff I keep seeing here, yeah. Thanks. I think I'm starting to feel a little tired. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed she finished the page before me, so I turned it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. By the way, I'm sorry everyone for my inability to read too good tonight. Like I said, I'm just tired from work. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Romantic. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Whoa, what? Wait a minute, look at that face. Something's different there. No, I don't relate to this character at all. She's really deflecting it this time too. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses the things she says and all. That's what you're talking about. Something's not right here. Sorry. The face Yuri made just now. I think it meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, you okay? Yuri, are you feeling alright? What? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Something ain't right. Yuri rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about, Robin? Something happened just now? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, I didn't do nothing. Crazy demon. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's not alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking, I guess. Whew, this took a turn. I'm trying to keep track of it. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and I slip it back into my bag. Why would I do that? Yeah, where should we... I guess we'll show Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Huh? Robin, if you're not going to take this club serious, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're so proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh, it's this one again. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, it's the same one from before. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away. Oh boy. Alright, Monica, let's see what you got, you demon. Hi, Robin. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Totally. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going off with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Robin. Oh boy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Robin. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. Now that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression she's just totally given up on people. Spends so much of her time in her own head. It's probably a much more interesting place for her. Well, that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to that being indulged like that. She must really be starched with social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. Uh-oh. She's like warning me of bad things here, isn't she? I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I'm supposed to get my own poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims they'd be not very good. I agree. Alright, that doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Hang on, I'm just making sure this is the... I think, you know what, I'm not going to reread the poems again because they're the same ones from the first time. So we'll go ahead and mosey on. If you guys want to read it, feel free to pause at that moment or something, you know. That way we can kind of keep things moving. Yeah. And it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I think you could do that for like art too, instead of just poems and stories, like for regular art as well. Alright, Yuri. Dot. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Huh? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. What? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Oh man. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Such a cute smile. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Let's see, let me just... So this is her first poem again. Which, like I said, I'm not gonna bother reading everything just to keep things moving. You guys can pause here and read it if you need to. Alright, let's mosey on. Let's see. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Sure. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Robin. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Robin. Sweet. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for the mediocre writing abilities. Wow. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can that messed up flute. I heard that. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you'd say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. What? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Robin did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. What? And Robin liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. The boxing rematch. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Robin appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Oh. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Woo! Again, they're throwing hands again. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose booze magically grew a size bigger as soon as Robin started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Yikes. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Whoa! Oh. Me, look at... Oh my god. You want to be edgy? Oh my god. Edgy? Sorry, my lifestyle's too much... wait. Oh god, something's happening. See? Just proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. What is happening? You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing it and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Ooh. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong in your head? Yeah, go on. Let Robin hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. What? Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she noticed I was standing here. Robin, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh, no, Jesus. I'm scared. I almost pick Yuri, though. Oh my god, what's happening? Why does it keep coming closer? Ah! Monica, what you doing there? You wanna, hey Robin, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Well, we'll go back inside once we're done yelling. If I had people to look at and share shocked glances with, that would be happening right now. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's sad. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Yee. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Robin, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. It just, I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Robin. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you. What? You know what? We're gonna keep going for a minute. Whew. Whew. So, I don't know what all just happened here, but yeah, stuff is happening. Yeah. If anyone doesn't know, good luck with that, because I am at a loss. Tenacious. I'm just gonna pick nice words for my poem. How about that? Whew. Pardon me. I need to take a bite of something real quick. So, what is, oh my god, that's clickable. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not touching none of that. Let's look for other things. How about Precious? Oh, damn it. This one. I don't know what those two crazy things were, but I definitely was not trying to click those. Whew. That was something else. Not gonna lie. Imagination. That was all kinds of bad. Whew. Okay. After another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. I wish I knew what happened the last couple days, because last time anything happened, Yuri like blanked the world out. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. What? Welcome back, Robin. Welcome back. Hi, part of Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Oh, there she is. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Robin, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and, sorry, what am I saying? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's blinking. Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. Blink. Ow. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean anything. I promise I didn't mean any of the bad things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. Well, ain't that super. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Oh, she did forget. Huh? Hang on. Just gotta check this real quick. Alright, we'll go a little bit longer. Jeez. Ah! That is terrifying every time. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? Oh my god! What is happening? There's actual words here. Midbowl, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline. Nope. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. No. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Okay. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right there. They're still on trial, though. Hey, suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Let's see. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes sense, though. Would you have heard the bell ring at least? I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. I don't like that they clip out of existence. You should play something for us sometime. And that's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Robin. Sweet. Nope. Yep. Be gone, thought. Demon. Monica smiled sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet. Let's see. Check my thing real quick. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call this good. So, save this real quick. Oh, there we go. Alright, YouTube. That'll be it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed some whatever was happening here. And with that, we will call it a night. Have a good one.